This post contains affiliate links. We earn commissions if you purchase products from retailers after clicking on a link from our site. As an Amazon associate, we earn from qualifying purchases. The typical musician stereotype is that they have to start when they are in kindergarten and have to practice for 2 hours a day their whole lives to be really good. What about the rest of us who don't want to dedicate our whole lives to an instrument before sounding any good? Can you get anywhere with the guitar in just 6 months? After 6 months of practicing guitar, after 6 months, depending on whether you focus on learning to play songs with chords or learning scales, you can have different results. Your rhythm at this point is finally getting to the stage where you are beginning to feel the beat. This only comes if you practice consistently to a metronome or are playing along with other music. Basic bar chords. Now that your hand grip is finally getting used to mashing your fingers on the guitar strings, you are finally getting some of those long-coveted bar chords. You are now able to play the basic bar shapes such as the E shape and the A shape. Some of the bar chords that require more stretching of the hands are still out of reach for you, some pun intended. Sight reading guitar chord tabs. If you've really been practicing diligently for 6 months with an emphasis on playing songs with guitar chords, you have a strong chance of being able to sight read guitar chord tabs. This is really when things are fun. If you're sitting in a group of people who want to sing or just jam, you can pull up a guitar chord tab and be able to just play the chords and nail the transitions. You're still going to stumble on some of the more obscure chords and the occasional susfer or add-9 chords. If you focus on playing scales or sheet music, classical guitarists will often learn from tabs or from sheet music. If you focus on learning tabs and on your scales, you are developing a different skill set. These are some of the skills you'll accomplish down this road after 6 months. The fretboard. Knowing the fretboard means knowing where all the notes are on the guitar. For example, you'll know that the 3rd fret on the 6th string is G. If you practice the fretboard and your scales diligently, you'll be able to figure out the patterns of the fretboard within 6 months of practice. Knowing the fretboard is critical for playing sheet music and to a lesser extent tabs. Basic improvisation. It's inevitable. If you practice scales, you'll meander off sometimes and start creating your own melodies and riffs. Pentatonic scales are a great start that can launch you into making music. Gauge system. The gauge system is something that helps you learn the patterns of the guitar and helps you learn to move up and down the neck of the guitar and know which notes to play. You can definitely play the guitar for years without ever learning about the gauge system at all, but it's definitely something you can grasp within the first 6 months of playing the guitar if you focus on scales and learning some of the theory of the guitar. Chords or scales. Your experience of what you can learn and how many songs you can play really depends if you focus on learning chords or scales. If you focus on learning scales and learning to read music with the guitar, then you are setting yourself up for classical guitar style or jazz or blues guitar. Knowing your scales really well gives you the dexterity to play complicated music and to solo. Knowing your chords encourages you to learn how to play songs, and you will be able to play full songs much faster if you focus on this method. It's important to choose wisely. I go over your potential future if you choose chords or scales in my blog post here. What you won't have in 6 months of playing guitar. It's important to have the right expectations when you are picking up an instrument. It's easy to get frustrated with ourselves for not progressing fast enough. That's true for adult learners and for kids. In 6 months of diligently practicing the guitar, you are not likely to have the following skills. Playing in the pocket. I mentioned earlier that you'll have a much better sense of rhythm in 6 months. You won't, however, have the skill to be locked into the beat until you practice a lot longer. This locking into the rhythm is called playing in the pocket. It can take years for some guitarists to get this level of proficiency. I hope you found this video helpful. It's my pleasure if you were helped a little at least. If you have anything to query for, please comment us below. Thank you for watching this video.